Hey there and welcome. So if you're managing kidney disease, you know that a trip to the produce aisle can feel, well, a little complicated. Today, we're going to make it all super simple.
I mean, it's the classic dilemma, isn't it? Eat your veggies, they're good for you. But also, whoa, watch out for the potassium. It can be so confusing, but don't you worry. We're about to clear all of that up and give you a real game plan for your next trip to the store.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about why potassium is even on the radar. Because honestly, once you get the why, the what to do becomes so much easier.
You know, potassium isn't the bad guy here. Not at all. It's an absolutely essential mineral. Your body needs it for your nerves to fire, your muscles to contract, even for your heart to keep a steady beat. It is a crucial player for a healthy body.
The trouble starts when your kidneys, well, when they have trouble filtering out the extra potassium that your body doesn't need. That buildup is a condition called hyperkalemia, and it can be pretty serious. So the goal isn't to get rid of potassium completely, it's just to manage it smartly.
All right, now let's get to the good stuff, the stuff that puts you back in the driver's seat. We're going to build your own personal toolkit for success. And think of these as empowering strategies, not a bunch of restrictive rules.
And really, it all boils down to 3 simple steps. First, and this is a big one, you've got to work with your doctor or dietitian because your needs are unique to you. Second, you learn which foods are your friends. And third, and this might be the most important of all, you have to master portion sizes. So let's take a little tour of the produce aisle, shall we? We'll start in the fruit section. And I've got great news for you. There are so many delicious, amazing options that you can totally enjoy.
And let's kick things off with a true superstar, the apple. Seriously, this fruit is the total package. It's low in all the stuff you need to watch, like potassium and sodium, but it's loaded with fiber and vitamin C. Oh, and a little pro tip? Keep the peel on. That's where all the good antioxidant power is hiding.
But hey, the apple isn't alone. Look at this fantastic shopping list. You've got berries, cherries, grapes, peaches, so many good choices. But notice the most important detail here. It's that serving size. For almost all of these, your target is about a half cup. That half cup is the real sweet spot.
Now, it's interesting because not all fruits are created equal, even when they're in the same family. Let's take citrus. If you want that bright, zesty kick without a ton of potassium, lemons and limes are definitely your best friends. Oranges and grapefruit, on the other hand, yeah, they pack a much bigger potassium punch, so you want to limit those.
Okay, I need everyone to listen up for a second because this is a really critical safety warning. There is one fruit you absolutely must avoid if you have kidney disease, and that is starfruit. It actually contains a neurotoxin that healthy kidneys can filter out no problem. But if your kidneys aren't working at 100%, it can be very, very dangerous. So please, just stay away from this one.
All right, let's head over to the veggie section and see how we can expand your plate. And just like with fruits, there are a ton of fantastic choices just waiting for you. But I know what you might be thinking. What about things like potatoes or other comfort foods? A lot of people think they're completely off limits because they're so high in potassium. But guess what? There's actually a little trick that might just bring them back to your plate. It's a process called leaching, and it's a neat way to pull some of that potassium right out of the vegetable. All you do is peel and slice the veggie really thin, soak it in a big bowl of warm water for a couple of hours, then give it a good rinse and cook it in fresh water. Yeah, it takes a little planning, but it can make a huge difference.
And for your everyday go-to meals, here is a great list of low-potassium veggies. You've got your crunchy stuff like cucumbers and peppers, versatile staples like onions and cauliflower, lots of options. And what's that magic number we keep seeing? Yep, it's a half-cup serving.
You know, we've mentioned serving sizes a few times now, but this is so unbelievably important that we're going to call it the golden rule. I'm not kidding. This might be the single most important idea for managing potassium.
So here it is. I want you to really let this sink in. A large serving of a low-potassium food can easily turn into a high-potassium food. This means that even with all the safe foods, how much you eat matters more than anything else.
So how do you put that rule into action? Just keep it simple. Remember that half-cup serving size we keep talking about? Well, a really easy way to eyeball that is to think of a tennis ball. That's about the size of a half cup. Using that little visual can help you stay on track every single time.
See, this whole thing isn't about what you have to cut out or what you have to give up. It's about empowerment. By understanding the why, choosing the right foods, and, most importantly, mastering your portions, you are in complete control. So are you ready to fill your plate with color and confidence?